Honestly, this look is giving me like when I first started out on YouTube vibes. Great. Let's see. Like that. Dab it in there. Okay, and now I'm just going to blend. The come up. So real. Hey guys, what is up? What's good? It's your girl Ashley and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I will be bringing to you this look and I am so obsessed with it. Honestly, if we're being honest, if we're being real, the only thing that I knew that I was gonna do when I sat down and filmed this video was use this guy. This is the new Too Faced Glitter Bomb eyeshadow palette. They did send this to me in PR and when I saw it, I was like, oh, that's cute. I should probably do a look with it because normally I stick to my neutrals, my warms. So I kind of wanted to do something fun and poppy. Summer is slowly coming to an end. Back to school videos will be going up soon. So I wanted to get out a fun poppy, you know, different look on my channel. So if you guys like it and you guys like me, don't forget to press that subscribe button and also click the little bell so that way you guys are notified anytime I upload a new video, which is 2 times a week, every single week. So without further ado, I'm not gonna keep you here with me too long. We're gonna get into it. Well, hello there. It's just me. It's just me, Ashley. My brows are done. I decided to spare you guys. I did use new brow products on my brows. I used the Makeup Forever brow liner. So this guy right here towards the very front of my brows to give it more of that hair-like look. And I'm digging it, I'm feeling it. I'm all for it. I also use the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer to do my brows. Now, moving on, we're just gonna jump straight into shadow. I'm gonna prime my eyelids with the NARS Medium 1 Custard Soft Matte Complete Concealer. This is a new purchase. I went out and purchased this right before this video. One of the main reasons is because my Anastasia concealer that I normally carve out my brows with went missing on my trip to LA. So I needed to replace it, and instead of purchasing the same thing, I decided to try something new. So I'm gonna take a little bit of this on a synthetic brush and I'm just gonna place this all over my eyelids. This is gonna act as my eyelid primer. It's always great to apply a sticky base before you apply your eyeshadows because it gives your eyeshadow something to stick to. So you can use concealer, you can use an eyelid primer, whatever works best for you. You just wanna make sure you apply a really nice thin layer. I like this. Great, so now that that's done, I'm just gonna set from my crease all the way up to my brow bone. Today I'm gonna use the Next to Nothing Pressed Powder by MAC. I have mine in the shade Light. I am using a Sigma F25, so I'm just gonna drag it into my crease and directly underneath my brow bone as well. I'm like shook. This concealer isn't even creasing on my eyelids. This is great. So from the crease to the brow bone is set with like a bone colored shadow. I'm now gonna go into the actual shadows. Today I will be using the Urban Decay Full Spectrum eyeshadow palette, which looks like this. This is not a new product on the market. It has been out for a while, but it is a new product to my channel. For reference, I just wanna show you what the palette looks like. It has some really fun poppy colors. Today, we are stepping out of my comfort zone. I am scared, but I am ready. I'm also gonna be using this guy. This is the Too Faced Glitter Bomb palette, and they did send this to me in PR. It has some really fun glittery colors. It has a matte black, a matte white, and I'm here for it. Let's see what we can come up with. With a big old fluffy brush, I'm gonna pick up the shade called Paranoia, and I'm just gonna blend it into my crease. This is gonna act as my transition color. The brush I'm using to apply this is a Sigma E40 blending brush. I just sounded like a man just then. I don't know where my voice went, but these shadows are super pigmented. I'm here for it. I am here for it. So you should have something that looks a little bit like this. Now, while I was blending this out, I kind of had the thought in my mind that I do want a really intense, sharp edge. So if you are new to my channel, hello, I am Ashley, and I am indecisive as heck. So I'm gonna take some washi tape and I'm gonna apply this to this edge right here. The reason I'm using washi tape is because I don't have regular tape. I'm just waiting for someone to tell me, the color of your tape is so distracting, I can't see what you're doing. I know, dramatic, but you know, somebody's thinking it. Had to say it. Perfect, so now I'm gonna go in with the shade called Sketch, which is a super pretty cool tone purple. I'm gonna take it on a Sigma E25 blending brush, and I'm gonna place it right here in my crease. I do want to add a little bit more of a pink tone in the crease. So I'm going to pick up a little bit of the shade called Alchemy, which is a really pretty kind of like muted pink. And I'm just going to blend it into my crease as well on a Sigma E25 blending brush. Honestly, when I work with colors, I just feel like a completely different person, like completely different. But anyways, moving on, I'm gonna cut my crease with this brush right here. This is the Precise Concealer Brush, number 18 by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I know I'm cutting my crease, I'm working with color, I'm doing all kinds of stuff in this video, so you guys should be scared. Not really, but I'm gonna use this. This is the Ultra HD Concealer in the shade R20. I'm using this concealer because it is super duper lightweight. You don't wanna use anything too heavy for this step because it can get weird when you apply shadows on top of it. So just use something lightweight like this or a matte concealer, select cover up, something like that. Oh snap, crease is cut. I'm now gonna go in with the Glitter Bomb palette and I'm gonna take this brightening base right here using the Sigma E21. I'm just gonna pack that white shade right here on the inner corner. So picking up a little bit of the shade called Fairy Dust with my finger. I do notice that these apply a little bit better with the fingers based on this side. So I'm just going to press it right next to that white shade we just applied. Now we're not placing this on top of the white shade, we're placing it next to the white shade. This is just a super pretty kind of like shimmery white. Now in the little brochure that kind of came with this Glitter Bomb palette, it says if I want to intensify that glitter, just take a little bit of their glitter glue. So this one right here, and just press it directly over top and then go in with an additional layer. I'm now gonna go in with a little bit of confetti. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna pop it on with my finger. Taking my brush, I'm just going to melt these colors together. That shimmery white and this really pale lavender. I will definitely keep it real with you guys. I don't feel like the glitters are like, oh my God. I feel like they're very sheer. You kind of have to like build them up. And if you don't use the glitter glue, it's very hard for them to kind of like stick. And if you don't use your fingers, it's really hard for them to stick. So what I found is the easiest is to take a fluffy brush like this. This one is by e.l.f. This is their eye crease brush. Dab it into that glitter glue and then just press it where you're gonna apply the glitter and then quickly go into the glitter and then just pop it right here. So this glitter is called Hot Damn. I just want to give you guys my immediate thoughts on this. It closely resembles the Urban Decay like Moon Dust palette. That palette just wasn't my favorite. This, it's okay, it's not terrible. I do think that you will have to use a base shadow and then layer this on top of it. It's not like a super foiled glittery shadow where it has like the opacity of an eyeshadow and a glitter all in one. It's just kind of like the glitter, if you feel me. Those are my thoughts. I definitely encourage you guys to kind of check out the palette and play with it yourself because you may really like the consistency, the opacity, things like that. Taking this white Color Precise liner by Rimmel, I'm gonna run this into my crease to kind of define that white line. What I really like about this is that it is a felt tip liner, so it does kind of dry out a little bit as you're applying it, which is great because it's not super duper liquidy to the point where you're gonna mess up. So if you're gonna do this or put liner in your crease at all, I definitely recommend using some kind of felt tip liner because it's a lot easier, or a crayon liner. So it should look a little bit something like that. I'm now gonna go in with a little bit of the NYX liner, and I'm just gonna intensify a little bit now that I have a guideline down. I like it, obsessed. So obsessed. Mixing a little bit of Alchemy and Sketch together on an e.l.f. 204 brush, I'm just gonna clean up that liner. Now I'm just taking my E25 brush and then I'm just blending. So now that that's done, I'm just gonna remove the tape. The liner I'm gonna use today is a new one I've never used on my channel. This is the Waterproof Liquid Liner by Hourglass. It is a felt tip liner and it's super duper long, so I'm just going to create a wing. Okay. I'm now gonna move on to lashes. The lashes I'm gonna wear are these. These are by Velour in the style Fluff and Cool. So I'm just gonna pop these on. I've never tried this style, so I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm a little bit excited. So my lashes are on. I'm now gonna go in and start priming my face. So I'm gonna use the Sensual Skin Primer by Kevin Kwan. This is slowly becoming one of my favorite primers, which is sad because I think it's pretty expensive. So I'm just going to press it and then the primer is gonna come out. I'm gonna swoop it up and then just put it on my face. This honestly feels so good on the skin. I think that's why I love it so much. The way this makes my skin feel is like unreal. Unreal. Time for foundation. I do have a new foundation I want to test out in today's video. This is the Smashbox Studio Skin Shaping Foundation. So on this end is the contour stick, and then on that end is the foundation. I will be using the shade 2.3, so I'm just going to put this all over, and I want to say 2.3 is the lightest shade they sent me. So if I'm looking a little dark, let's just ignore that. Stick foundations are so freaking convenient. Yeah, this is looking a little dark, but I'm just gonna blend it out with my damp beauty blender and see how this goes. Oh my God, why is it so dark? Wow, I really love the coverage on this though. So this is what it looks like blended all the way out. I swear when I do these full face videos, it's either my foundation is way too light or way too dark. What the heck is going on? I do see some of my blemishes kind of like peeking through, so I'm gonna build it up in those areas. But for the most part, it is pretty decent coverage, which I can work with. I may need to put on a different shirt after this. You know what, I can't do this. It's way too freaking dark. I have 4 of the MAC Next to Nothing foundations. I have one in light plus, medium, medium plus, and medium dark. Medium dark is probably gonna be way too dark. I don't even know why I grabbed that, but I have 4 shades. I have faith that one of them is gonna match me. So I'm gonna first start off with medium because medium sounds about right. I'm medium. What do you think? I forgot what MAC foundations smell like. So I have medium on the back of my hand. I'm just going to take this on my beauty blender. Okay. I think this is a decent match. Like I said, this is not a full coverage foundation. It says next to nothing. So it's meant to have very little coverage. Honestly, if you have perfect skin, you're probably really gonna like this. It actually looks like skin. It doesn't look like you're wearing a ton of product on your face. It doesn't look like you have a cake face or anything like that. I would probably absolutely love this if I had like perfect skin. Even though I don't have perfect skin, I apply that concealer underneath and everything just looks really good. I feel like a common misconception with foundations in general is that they're meant to cover up like all of your blemishes and scarring and acne and things like that, when in reality foundation is simply meant to even out your skin tone. Concealer is meant to conceal blemishes, acne, things like that. So don't get it twisted, y'all. Don't get it twisted. With my little miracle sponge, I'm just gonna dab it inside of that NARS concealer, and then I'm just going to press it over the areas that just need a little bit more coverage. And we should be good. Like, this foundation looks beautiful on the skin. Should I conceal with this concealer? You know what, I'm just gonna do it. It's the same color as my skin tone. Normally I would conceal underneath the eyes with a lighter concealer, but oh well. I concealed underneath my eyes a little bit on top of that foundation. And you could definitely see the clear difference between like a heavy duty concealer and then a more natural foundation. So that is not recommended. People are definitely gonna be able to tell the difference. So the powder I'm gonna use underneath my eyes is the Loose Fit Me powder. This one is in the shade Light. Maybe it's Maybelline. I'm sure a lot of you guys know I haven't been like a hardcore fan of like baking, so I'm not going to hardcore bake with this. I'm just gonna pick up a little bit of that powder on my sponge, and then I'm just gonna press it right here underneath the eyes. So it's important to note that this is not a translucent powder. This is a colored powder. I don't think it was super duper brightening, and I did use Fair Light. I do like it. It set my under eye concealer very, very nicely, and it didn't cake up or anything like that. Taking this powder right here, this is the Next to Nothing powder in the shade Medium, and I'm just going to set my face makeup with it. Wow, I'm really loving how this powder is setting the foundation. It's super duper lightweight. It's not like a foundation powder, so it's not like you're putting on like liquid foundation and then powder foundation. It's so finely milled, it just kind of like glides over the skin. I just want to finish off the eyes, so I'm going to mix Alchemy and Sketch together on a flat definer brush and then just smudge it out on my lower lash line. Now that I have that smudge underneath my lower lash line, I'm gonna take a pencil brush with a little bit of the shade called Gossip, and I'm just gonna smoke it out. I'm now gonna place a little bit of the Make Up For Ever Aqua XL color paint in the shade M16, this really stark white, and I'm gonna place this on my waterline. Taking a little bit of that Dior mascara, I'm just gonna coat my lower lashes. I'm gonna pick up a little bit of the shade called Fairy Dust, and I'm gonna pop it in my inner corner, but first I'm gonna take some of that glitter glue, pop that glitter glue right there in the center so that way the glitter has something to stick to. And then I'm gonna apply Fairy Dust. So moving on to the rest of my face, I'm gonna apply a highlighter. I just picked up this one. This is the Stila Heaven's Hue highlighter in the shade Kitten. I've heard great things about this highlighter. It's like a putty. Ooh, ooh, look, it's a putty. Ooh, I'm excited. I'm such a child. So I'm going to run my finger in this, and then I'm gonna pop it like right here. Oh, that is so pretty. Wow, this is a gorgeous highlighter. So since this is kind of like a cream formula, I should have definitely applied this before I set my face, but we're just gonna pretend that didn't happen. And this is so creamy, it's not like caking up or anything, which is great. But I still recommend doing this before you set your face. Wow, look how pretty that is. Also gonna take this highlighter and pop it on the tip of my nose. I need to add some color and dimension and stuff to the skin, so I'm gonna be using the new system that Make Up For Ever came out with, which is their new artist face colors. They're interchangeable blushes, highlighters, and sculpting powders. So I'm gonna use this one. This is the limited edition Jessie J palette. It has her signature right there, and it has 3 different shades in there. It has a highlighter, a sculpting powder, and then a blush. I'm only gonna use the sculpting powder in here, and I wanna say this is in the shade S14. And I'm gonna take it alongside my cheeks. So that blended out really nicely. I'm now gonna go in with an additional contour or sculpting powder. This one is in the shade S116, and I'm just gonna take it on an angled brush. So one thing that I really appreciate with this system is that it is interchangeable. Oftentimes when brands come out with like trios for highlight, blush, and bronzer, they never really match every skin tone. So with this system, you can kind of custom create your own, which is dope. For my blush and highlight, I put together this little duo to use, little concoction. Now, my highlighter is in the shade H102, and my blush is in the shade B208. The only thing that sucks is that the name is like on the box, so when you throw the box away, when you turn it around, there's no way to tell what shade it is, which, like I said, kind of sucks, but we're gonna roll with it. Look how pigmented that blush is, so I'm just going to. I love it. I'm obsessed with it. I'm now gonna go in with lips. Now I have these right here. These are the Melted Latex Glosses by Too Faced. I have no idea which one I'm gonna do. This is more like a true nude. This is more like a pinky nude. Maybe I'll do pinky nude. So freaking pretty. This one right here is in the shade Peekaboo, and it's so pretty. And it is so pigmented, you don't even need a lip liner. So I really like these glosses. Do I think that they are a little bit sticky? Yes, but I'm okay with that. Honestly, I've been over the matte lipstick trend for a while now, so I really appreciate like a gloss, a pigmented gloss, a glossy gloss. So yeah, I'm now gonna set my face. I have this, I purchased this at Ulta earlier. This is the Too Faced Prime Set Refresh Hangover RX 3-in-1. It has coconut water and it is a skin reviver. So I'm just gonna set my face with this guy. And let me get her going. All right, hopefully it's not a water hose. Oh wow, that smells really nice. And just like that, you guys, that is the end of today's video. What'd you think? Did you like it? Let me know in the comments down below. Like, what was this? Doing the robot dance. Anyways, what did you like in this video? Are you guys getting the Glitter Bomb palette? Did you think it's hot? Do you think it's not? Will you snag it? Will you pass on it? I don't know. Like I said, this is kind of like an product. I can live without it. I definitely feel like there are really awesome like pigmented foiled shadows that definitely compete with this. Some products that I absolutely love is one, the Makeup Forever Artist Face Colors. I think this is such a creative, kind of like customizable way to have a blush, highlighter, and contour palette all in one. So I thought that was pretty dope. I also really love the Stila Putty for the face, the highlighter. So let me know what other products you guys have been enjoying that I used in this video. I don't think I have anything else to say except I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'll be sure to catch you guys all on the next one. Deuces.